I think we're so caught up in this idea that having money will bring you happiness, but it's just not true. Hey everyone, it's Jaclyn and welcome back to another episode of Face Mask with Jack. So today I have on a face mask, who would have thought, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about minimalism and just the idea of having less stuff and being satisfied and okay with that. I think for a while, when I was younger, I always thought that having more things, more material items, meant that I was going to be happier or more successful, or that made me more wealthy, any or all of the above. I guess it depends how you define, wealth, and how you define if someone's life is rich. And for me, that definition has definitely, changed, and it has such different meaning to me now than how it did when I was younger. When I was like 11, 12, 13, even 14, 15, I had this idea that, when I reached success, or when I finally felt like I had made it or accomplished what I wanted, I would be able to go out and, buy a Chanel bag, and that would be like, I had reached my goals, and I could go out and buy whatever I wanted and buy all these designer things. That would be happiness, that would mean fulfillment in life, and all these things that I think we're sold to, like advertising always caters to. It's like, oh, you're gonna be happier once you have this, you'll have more friends once you have this. And we live in this society that is telling you that more and more and more is better, which is just straight up not true. And I completely understand that some people might find it really ironic that someone who talks about beauty products, makeup, and all these things, and shares all these things that you need to buy, I understand how people might find that, a little hypocritical. But to me, the idea of minimalism is not necessarily, having the least amount of stuff. And I don't think I will ever be that person who has, 5 belongings and can live out of their backpack. Although that does sound very cool, and there's a part of me that does kind of want to just live out of a suitcase and go just kind of place to place. Anyways, that's a side note. But minimalism to me is not about having the least amount of things. It's not a competition. It's not, well, how little stuff does this person have, or is mine too much, or anything like that. I think it's really just taking a look at your stuff and figuring out, does this serve a purpose in my life? And I think a problem nowadays is that we associate way too much meaning and significance in material items. And I know for me, I used to be the type of person, like if I would go on vacation, I would always collect the key cards from the hotels, or concert stubs, things like that. And I would save them all in like a box, and I thought for some reason that having those items would validate my memories and my experiences and would make them more real and would help the memories not fade, if that makes any sense. And I just placed so much value on those items. But ultimately, the more I thought about it, it was collecting dust. It was just, becoming a mess. And that's just a small example, but that can be on a bigger scale to really anything that you own. And it ends up just causing you more, it makes you feel way more overwhelmed, and it makes your life more cluttered, and it's just not bringing you really any significance to your life. And I'm not saying that's true for everybody, saving concert stubs or tickets or anything like that. That might be extremely significant to you, and it's a very personal thing. No one can tell you that something does or doesn't have meaning or value in your life. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyways, but for me, the more I kind of learned about the idea of minimalism, and I've been watching a ton of documentaries, a ton of TED Talks, a lot of things like that. I'll link some of my favorite ones down below. But the more I kind of learned about it, it really made me take a look at what I have in my life and what I own. And, it really makes me a more that word always gets me. You know what I'm trying to say. But it makes me a lot more aware as a consumer, and this may be just a combination of maturing and getting older, or being at a point where now, if I wanted to, I could go to the store and, go buy that Chanel bag that I dreamed of having as a young girl. But to me, there is really it would provide me no value in my life. And that's what I think is really interesting too about a lot of, material possessions. It's like, are you buying it for yourself because it's truly something either like that you enjoy, or that's like a piece of art or something that would, you know, really provide value to your life, or are you buying it just to be a part of this exclusive club? And I think that was a big allure for me as a young girl. I was like, I can't afford all these crazy cool brands and all these cool things, and you know, I can't have it, so that's why I want it more. And I think that's, you know, a big reason why a lot of people want all these fancy, cool, shiny new things. One, because they're new and cool and people are telling you to buy them, and two, because you can't have it, or it seems like it's so, you know, far-fetched, or it's such an exclusive, cool club, and once you buy it, you're a part of that. And I think that's why a lot of people buy things, because it makes them feel a bit more validated in the moment. But long term, you have all these things, all these clothes, all these shoes, all these bags, all these whatever it may be, and ultimately it will not bring you true happiness. At least that's not what I believe, and I know some people can argue. I mean, I think a lot of people always say, like, what do you mean money can't buy happiness? Like, what do you mean? I'm definitely not gonna be way more sad with more money. Which, I mean, I can't argue. Of course, having financial stability is great and takes out, you know, it reduces a ton of stress in that aspect. But deep down, truly, when you wake up every day, there are other things that will make you happy, and I don't believe that it comes from money or material items. I'm not the type of person who would rather have gifts over experience. I think there is so much more value in being present in the moment and, you know, experiencing, whether it be traveling or going out to see, you know, theater, or going out to go to an indoor jungle gym, which there is one I just heard of that's really cool in Toronto and I really want to go to. That's also another side note. But no, I would much rather have experiences and at least spend my money on that and really fill my life with memorable and fun experiences that will help me grow and enjoy my life more than going to a store and buying something and have that, you know, that moment of happiness and that material, like the shopping high you go on when you make a purchase, which will wear off super quickly, I will just tell you that. But yeah, I would much rather spend my money and my time living my life and having really cool experiences. Anyways, I feel like this video was a little all over the place, but I've been really wanting to make a video talking about all this stuff because I think it's important. It's an important reminder, especially when you see, you know, every single day on social media, people getting new stuff and more and more and more. And you can kind of get trapped in the idea that you need more to have a better life or a more fulfilled life, and it's just not true. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I mean, I love doing face mask with Jax because not only do I get a face mask out of it, but I get a good little kind of heart-to-heart little chat with you guys. And as always, I want this to be a discussion. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, and if you've ever felt this, or just your thoughts on minimalism and all that in general. So leave your comments down below. I'll be doing my best to reply back to you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Make sure you guys turn the post notifications on too. That way you guys can see these videos right away when they get posted. Thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye! Someone's gonna comment like, no, they are. They're like a really like natural-based company as well, and they like really care about quality ingredients, which is important to me, so
I love it. Beauty.
Bite is like my favorite thing ever. Have you been into the lip lab yet?
No,
oh,
I want to go. I want to go.
I went in there with Amanda and we actually filmed a vlog. I'll link that up above. But it was so much fun. You would die.
It looks amazing.